Hi, I'm Avi Bachat, trader instructor for several years, and I want to give you some teachings about what we call mentastics, mental gymnastics. Another name for it that might mean more is release in movement. And the very first thing about releasing is well, maybe you would not expect that, but it is about recognizing the fact that we are supported. We are always supported by the earth. We are all the time somehow getting the support of the earth, but not always do we recognize it. I mean, of course, when we fall and in different circumstances, we do not have support for a certain amount of time, very short time usually. But mostly we do have support, and still we do not recognize it, and therefore our system, our brain, do not act as if we are supported. So just to recognize that we are on a hard surface that is supporting us, which is, in the end, it's the earth always. But right now I'm on this floor, and it is giving the support of the earth to my body. And in order to recognize it, what I'm doing with my body, which I invite you to do with me, I'm shifting my weight from one side, from one leg, to the other leg. Now that I'm on my right leg, my right foot, I feel more pressure between my foot and the floor. That gives my brain, oh, a recognition. Yes, there is pressure. So there is this meeting point between my body, my physical existence, and the supporting element, the earth, the floor. Now I'm shifting the weight to the other leg, to the other foot. And there is a big thing about how do I do that, but first of all I shifted it anyway, and I arrived. So now the whole weight is through the other foot, the left foot. Yeah, this one is totally, is hanging there, it's not supporting me now. So all the pressure is here on the left foot, and I recognize it, my brain recognizes it. And then again I shift the weight to the other leg, just in order to recognize it. So now we can note on the way, while shifting the weight, how it is shifted, how the pressure is shifted. In my foot, in the place of the pressure, how it was shifted from one leg to two legs, right now 2 feet, and then more to the left one. Just recognizing that makes my brain being connected to the physical existence of my body and to the fact that it is supported and does not need, therefore, to hold itself, which means it can release. So that's really maybe the main subject of all these exercises. It's about release in the muscles, muscle tension that is not needed. We learn how to release it mainly by recognizing support. And we are doing that while in movement and not just by imagining or not moving, which is something else. We want to learn how to release ourselves, how to be with minimal tension in our body, while in daily life, all the time, doing things, working at home, working at work. So just shift weight. From one leg to the middle and continuously to the other leg. You can rest when you arrive to one leg, to one foot. Just to rest there and feel the weight. How it is streaming through your body to the earth, through the foot. And now just note about how do we shift the weight from one side to the other. So the point is that shifting the weight many times is done by the upper part like this, and you don't want to do that. No. You see, the upper part in fact doesn't do anything. It's all done in the legs themselves. It's my foot that is now pushing the earth there in order so that my body will really move there to the other side, because the earth is not moved by my feet. That's the point. That's how any vehicle, is advancing forward, by pushing the earth backwards. Any wheel that is pushing the road is trying to push the floor backwards, but it cannot, so it is being pushed forward. That's what we do. We push to the right in order to move to the left. We push to the left in order to be moved to the right. Note, it's not from the pelvis, it's from the foot. It's the foot. Yeah, take a look at my feet. It's the feet that are doing it. It's like, if I exaggerate it, it's like I'm doing this. You see, like from here, like I push like that. Only that I do it with straight legs. Just, it's very subtle from the foot. It is pushing. That's all. And then it's arriving and resting. So when I arrive, my leg now is diagonal in order to be able to carry the weight of my whole body without falling. So it needs to be, in the end, under the middle of my body. So of course it must be diagonal. Otherwise I will fall. And then, now you see it came to be straight, so I'm now on both feet, both legs. And then I continue to push the floor to the left, and the right leg became diagonal now. So now I can carry my whole weight here. So I don't need to lift my leg. I do it just to show you that, oh, it is now supported by one foot. So you can check it. And then note on the way how the pressure is shifting from one foot also to the other one. So now we have it on both. And then more to the left one. And that's really the basic element. It's just about shifting the weight. It does not matter really in which direction. It's just about the connection between the brain and the physical fact that I have weight, my weight, which is supported by the earth. So now we'll do the same by putting one leg to the front, and then I push myself to the front. So that's another way of shifting weight. Yeah, and also now the other leg is really just hanging there. Then I push towards the front in order that my body will be pushed to the back. So now my whole weight is on the rear leg. So this one is free. So without lifting the legs, just shift the weight. As I'm pushing the earth backwards and I'm arriving to the front, you see that my heel is rising up, and that's fine, because otherwise you can't do it. And then to go back, I push the floor there. Here I don't need to lift my heel, the whole foot is on the floor. And again, I'm in the beginning. Where am I starting from? Not from the chest, not from the pelvis, from the foot. The foot is doing something like I'm showing you with my hands. It is pushing the floor backwards. So the end of it is really like that. I'll show it to you from the side. Yeah? When I'm here, I'm just pushing the floor backwards to arrive to the front. Now I'm pushing there with this leg, with the left leg. I'm pushing to the front so I come. And you can do it very intuitively. Don't think about it too much. It is more about feeling the pressure in your feet, the pressure between your own physical existence, your own weight, and the supporting element, the earth. And then you can shift the weight in any way, in any direction that you want. As long as there is this recognition, what it means is that your brain will relate to reality as if you are supported. And that's so meaningful, because when the brain does not recognize support, immediately we hold. We try to hold ourselves, not to fall, to take care of ourselves. And when we are held by the earth, supported, letting go is happening automatically. So that's the first lesson. Just find times to exercises in life. Like when you are standing in the kitchen and doing things, instead of just standing and with fixed legs, and then usually you will contract your back because of that. Instead of that, just shift the weight while doing anything, cutting, washing dishes, whatever you do. And also exercise it by itself. In any standing, in any queue, always shift the weight. Slowly, just to recognize, oh, here's my physical existence, resting on the floor is supporting. No need to think much more about it. It's all about the brain getting this information and not cutting that information by thoughts, by being worried, by being taken with my mind to other things. You can think about anything and still recognize your own physical existence on the floor. And you will find out that this is also helping a lot just to calm down, because calm down and releasing the muscle tension is the same thing. So exercise it, and we'll meet again in the next session.